FUT Champs is officially here today. So I have a squad builder that I'm going to be taking into FUT Champs for the very first weekend of FC26. I'm a little bit scared, but let's get into this. FC26 is going to be sweaty for FUT Champs. Starting off in goal, we need a solid goalkeeper. It's going to be the Liverpool backup goalkeeper. And I'm not going to lie to you, I just picked him up randomly. I thought, okay, he fits in about 16k. I was like, oh, well, he might be pretty good then. This guy's actually really good in goal. Goalkeepers I never stress about too much. They're just goalkeepers. They don't, they're not going to win you games, they're going to lose you games, but you do want a solid keeper because they will make those clutch saves. And I think for 84 rated for about 15k, really good goalkeeper. What I will say is don't stress too much about it. Get a goalkeeper that fits your chemistry. Nothing else. Simple as that. Okay. In at the centre back position, we're going to go for absolute sweaty meta centre backs. You guys know the drill. Starting off on the left hand side, we're going to get that boy Van der Ven in, the new addition to the team. If you guys saw yesterday's video, we made some changes to the squad. We got some money and we got untradeable De Jong in. So I went to sell Diani and we got some coins in the bank. So that boy came in the squad after that update. Van der Ven comes in 70,000 coins. What a signing. And on the right hand side, I will tell you what my plan is going to be when I accumulate a few more coins. We'll be putting Mr. Hincapie over the right hand side with Van der Ven, and that's going to be my partnership for the Premier League. However, for now, he's going to be my left back just to save a little bit of coins. So what we're going to do is we have two options here. We either go with Canate, who's pretty decent, but what I'm going to do, go for someone a little bit lower rated here because I am absolutely utilizing the pace. It's going to be Lacroix from Crystal Palace. A phenomenal card, 88 pace with a 90 pace with 84 pace. It's just an absolute solid defense, and rating wise quite low, so they do fit into a lot of tournaments and gauntlets and stuff like that in the future, which is something I'm keeping my eye on. Okay, then we go to the right hand side here and we have our first player not in the Premier League. It's going to be a phenomenal all-rounded player, one of the best cards across the Ultimate Team over the last decade in terms of efficiency for coins, Mr. Marcos Llorente. Phenomenal card here. Then we go to the CDM position. We're going to bring in Newcastle's very own Mr. Tonali, and you're seeing the rest of the midfielders. Let's bring them all in together. On the left hand side is going to be the Manchester City signing Reinders coming in. Great card. On the right hand side, we're going to have De Jong. Like I mentioned, we did pack him untradeable. Great pull. He's about 220,000 coins, so we managed to save that money and invest into our attack. Starting off with the attack here, when we're going to meta attackers, we're going to get my favorite card for the cam. It's going to be Mr. Marmouche. This guy is a meta machine. So fun to use in this game because he's quite big as well, quite a big build, but he moves very silky, very smooth, and I really like him. On the right hand side is going to have Pina coming in, who I think is this year's Ben Yedder. It's this year's Martial. It's just that very broken card. It's this year's Heung-min Son from FIFA 17. It's just that broken card that is going to perform very, very well. But we're going to go more into that in detail when we get the gameplay. But right now we go to the left hand side, and this is one of my favorite cards over the years. I think it's my favorite gold card in the game. It always is. It's Wilson. And let me show you how many games I played. I think 3 or 4 games. Individual rivals. I only got 4 games with this team before we managed to go into FUT Champs, which we haven't done yet. So this is just this is my highlights of division rivals. But in 4 games, 8 goals and 3 assists. That is incredible. Now I know the chemistry isn't where we want it to be. I understand that. Leave me alone. All right. I already hear you judging me. Okay. But what we do, we get a manager in. We get 27 chem. That's not too bad. If you look at the players, most of them are in 3 chem. The only players that are an exception is Llorente. What I could do, to be honest with you, what if I actually get rid of the Premier League manager? What I could do, to be fair, is, yeah, I'm basically choosing, yeah, no, it's okay. We'll keep a Premier League manager in. Like I said, once we upgrade the team a little bit more, maybe we can get somebody with a little bit more, that helps us with chemistry a little bit. But for now, I'm actually really happy with the squad. Even though it's not on full chem, I really like it. Let's go check out the gameplay and see how the squad does and talk about each player in detail from defense, midfield to attack. Let's break it down. Okay, so over here, we've got about 3 minutes of gameplay, which we're going to keep rewinding, going through, breaking it down. Starting off with the defense here, really, really solid. For the price of the defense, I actually think they did a really good job. Starting off with Van der Ven, 70k. That is probably the most expensive one apart, and he is really good, though. He is really good. 90 pace on a gold centre back is like, it's unheard of. It really is. It's incredible, and it provides so much balance. And on the counter attacks, it just allows you to ease off, back away a little bit. I am probably going to drop Lacroix after this weekend, not because he's not good. I think he is really good. I just really like Hincapie, and I think he's absolutely solid. So I'm going to put him as a centre back and then get a new left back. And maybe the left back will get maybe an icon. Maybe an icon could balance out the chems a little bit or something like that. We'll see. I didn't really find a left back that really suited what I wanted. I had Theo Hernandez Fernandez, but he had no chem at all, so I decided to put Hincapié there. Then we go to the right back and we have Llorente. I think Llorente, really solid option. I'm not looking to replace him just yet. Again, he's doing a good job. The defense I would describe as solid. We conceded a lot of goals at times, for sure, just because of the way the game is and my defending overall, but the actual defenders, really good, and we managed to win, I think, 3 of the 4 games. One, we got cooked in, but besides that, we played really, really well. You're seeing it here, like 5-3. Like, the games are really well. Even though we conceded goals, defense was solid. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, specifically for the amount of money, about 160k across the defense. I think it's a solid. I'll give it an 8.5 for the defense. Midfielders, okay, Tonali at DM. I like him. I think Caicedo I had as well, very similar. I like them both as DMs. He's good. He's solid. I would say for the price as well, you're looking at about 15,000 coins. He's really solid. Like, you're not going to get much better for value for money. You got 79 pace. He's got 82 passing, 81 defending, 83 physical. He's really, really solid. He just does everything. He's very all-rounded. He does what I need for a CDM. I will probably upgrade my CDM as the year goes on, just because I want someone really expensive there, because that CDM position is so vital in this year. I feel like counterattacks are so easy to get countered on, so I need that defense to be solid, and I need my DM to help them. Then we have our 2 midfielders, where a lot of the budget goes, and I will say this year, I think money well spent on midfielders will be efficient. They are 400k between them. Reinders is 190. Van Dijk is, De Jong is about 210, about 220, so a little bit more than that. But what I want in my midfielders, okay, are 2 things. One is the ability to go box to box. I want all-rounded players. So Gullit is kind of the perfect midfielder this year. He always is, but this kind of year, you especially want that, just to do it all midfielder. So if like Gravenberch is a cheap replacement, even Thuram from the Serie A, like, you just want kind of like solid midfielders, those Goretzka type midfielders, Loftus-Cheek, those type of midfielders. But this is just the upper level. De Jong and Reinders. Reinders is actually using the pro teams, and De Jong is as well. They're both Dutch. They get that perfect chemistry as well across the team, helping each other out. And they both have tiki-taka playstyle. So what happens is when you're going across at this stage of the game, tiki-taka plus, I'm able to absolutely ping in those RB&A passes, and I feel like it just makes the counter-attack super efficient. They're both great at everything. Great at dribbling, great at passing, great stamina. They're able to defend. They're able to be physical in and around the box, in our box and the opponent's box. I just have 2 very well-rounded centre mids, and I think it's so crucial to the way I play the game and to my team. So I very much think they are basically essential to my teams. I really do. They're so beneficial. They both are really, really good on the ball, and I can't gas them enough. They're very expensive though, so I do expect that kind of praise from them. I'm going to give them midfield. I'm going to count Reinders, De Jong, and Tonali as my midfield 3. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I have put a lot of coins into it, so I do expect that value, but they have delivered what I paid into it. And I don't look at them like, oh, you know, is it worth it? No, I actually think it's worth it. Then we go to the attack, the front 3. Marmoush and Cam, Pina on the right, and Wilson on the left. Now, what I will say is Pina and Marmoush, in terms of value for money, 11 out of 10. You're getting Marmoush for 22k, Pina for 35. Very, very important, this next point, okay? These are what I call skillful meta players, okay? So what I mean by that is these are players that if you have a bit of skill, if you're a good player, not skill moves, if you're just a good player in the game and you have skill yourself as a FIFA player, right? And you use these players, you can compete against most teams by utilizing these players. These are broken in the sense that you could get more out of them than their card offers. Their base card is just standard. Pina has 79 pace. Do you know how low that is for a striker? I'm always looking at 85 plus, but the playstyle she has, the low driven plus with the 5-star weak foot. If you're a good dribbler in the game, and just seeing right here in this clip, it was a terrible shot, but let me show you what I mean. If you're able to get the ball in these areas and use your left stick dribbling, look at that. We're able to beat any defender. That's Van de Ven. That's a 90 pace defender. The pace doesn't matter right here. Look at that. Slow dribbling, back away once again. Right there, all I had to do was a low driven there. Stupid shot from me. Low driven, that's a goal. We get the rebound luckily. But you get so much value from these players. Marmoush as well. You see someone that's got 89 pace, you think, nice, cool. But his build, he's 6 foot and he just feels so good on the ball. His dribbling is insane, but it's only 86. So there's a lot of like hidden stats in these cards and they just feel incredible. Then you go to Wilson. I mean, again, you're looking at 400,000 coins almost. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, she's good. She's obviously good, right? But what I will say is when I look at Wilson and Pina, this is going to gas Pina as well, but when you use Wilson, you don't necessarily have to be very good at the game and you could absolutely take over with her. She's that good. Her pace behind the defenders is actually terrifying. She gets through defenders like nothing. She is just running through defenders. They can't do a thing. When you put an LB&Y ball through, she's just running through. It's super hard for them to stop her. So you don't even have to be very good at the game, and you can use Wilson and she will get you more goals than you probably deserve. But if you're a skilled player and you use Wilson, the way you could use Pina, she will absolutely destroy everyone you go up against. So she's basically a luxury player. She's a pay-to-win player. How good she is frightening. She is a first touch plus playstyle as well. So what I normally do is, this is a really good combination. You get someone like De Jong or Reinders who's got the tick attacker plus, right? Quick RB&A through ball into Wilson. And look at this, even right here, look. As soon as you get the through ball in, with the first, this goal is everything I'm talking about right here. But this isn't a necessarily strong pass, right? But I want to show you what I mean. Look, Pina gets the ball right there. Wilson's the one with the pace. Little player switch, go through right there. Look at that. I know most players will be able to control this, but let's say that ball was a bit more aggressive. She will still be able to control that perfectly. And then when you have 5-star weak foot right there, the defenders don't really have a chance because you don't need to get in a strong foot. You can do what you want with it. So I go across goal right there. Perfect, perfect goal. Look at this again with Wilson. Once again, look at that. We take our time. Little pass there to Marmoush. Go to De Jong. Take our time again into Wilson. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful skill move into a shot. This team, phenomenal. I will give the attack, to be honest with you, in a small sample size of 4 games as a trio, but I've used Marmoush and Pina for 20, as you could see, 20 games and 20 games, okay? I will say 10 out of 10 attack. I actually will say this as well. If you don't have a lot of coins, in terms of attack, you could use these two and just fit in whatever striker. I had Diani here. I've had other strikers here. Who else did I have? I think I've had, who else was it? I've had Son here to try him out. He was good. A little bit cheaper option. I've had Iozi, who's really meta as well. Really good. I tried Naz here. So I actually think just these two alone, honestly, I am so efficient with them. I think they're great. Then you just, whatever coin budget you have, plug in a striker with them. I think until you get the Mbappes or the Cruyffs or the really expensive icons, right? I think the level just below them is Wilson. I think Wilson is that good. So for me, the attack is a 10. The midfield, I think I gave it 9 or 9.5. And the defense, like an 8.5. I can't remember what I said, but whatever I said in the video, because I can kind of like, not flip-flop on opinions, but I have like a range. For example, like the defense, I can go between 8 and 9. You know what I'm saying? The midfield, I go from 8.5 to 9.5. The attack, I'll go from 9.5 to 10. Like there's like a little range, little gap, but this is the team overall. And like I said, FUT Champs is starting today. Well, it's actually right now recording, it's Thursday, but when you see the video, it'll be Thursday. So FUT Champs will start today. This is the squad we're going to be taking into the first FUT Champs. So what I'll do for the next video is I'll probably play the FUT Champs games, show you guys some of the gameplay from the team, and then some of the rewards. So I'm super excited for that one, but that will probably be out Sunday or Monday. So between that, tomorrow and stuff, you're going to see some player reviews. We're probably going to do a player review on Marmoush, Pina, and Wilson individually, and some more stuff across the weekend. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.